Everyone knows that software is the best business model because it is high leverage, meaning you have to make the app once and then you can sell it forever. On top of this, you get monthly recurring revenue. It is safe to say that software is by far the best business model. Or else, why would all these guys be focusing so heavily on their own? Influencers like Alex Becker is using SaaS, Eamon Gaji is also using SaaS, and even Alex Hormozi sold a SaaS. Now, with this new code software builders, you can create a SaaS without any code. Either way, you have to learn a new skill, so why not just learn the best business model instead of the best business model for beginners? Because there's a way to upside potential. As long as you have an idea for an app, you can start building a SaaS today without any technical skills using this new tool called Bubble. Hey guys, welcome to Tech Tricks Tutorial. Today we are talking about SaaS, creating SaaS with Bubble. It's a step-by-step guide to follow easily, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Let's dive right in. So first, let's go ahead and answer those questions. What is Bubble? With Bubble, you can just use pre-made templates to kickstart your software, and you don't have to write any code. You see, Bubble is like Shopify, where Shopify helps you build online stores without any code. Bubble helps you build softwares without any code. You can literally build fully functional apps like Airbnb or Uber with just drag and drop features. So it basically democratized the ability for non-technical people like myself to build software. I can't really wrap my head around how big this is, but the opportunity is massive. Now, anybody can build the best business model. You may wonder why people are always talking about, drop shipping, social media marketing agencies, or selling on Amazon, where software is such a lucrative opportunity. Well, the main reason is that software companies used to be really expensive to start. I mean, if you had an idea, you had to hire a developer, which typically could cost you up to $10,000 a month. On top of that, even though you have an idea, it takes a long time to see that actually come to life.
I want to emphasize
that idea is going to work or not. It's quite a big commitment. That's why business model like dropshipping and Amazon
and that will be relevant
or
for the
social
next
media
decade.
marketing
And I want to make
agencies
it
are so
and I
popular
want to
on
make
YouTube
it clear
just because
the
they're more
only way to
beginner
get
friendly.
rich is
They
becoming
require
a skilled
less
person.
investments
Even
and
if
less
your
time
first
to get
software idea
started.
doesn't
So
work
that's why
out,
most people
it's
default
not-
into
it's not
without
that-
really
it's not
understanding
that great,
that's
or
what's
it
makes them
doesn't.
so competitive and so hard to succeed in.
So guys, thank
But
you for watching,
times are
and
changing.
if this
Thanks to these
video has been
no-code tools that I'm
helpful for
talking
you,
about in
please
this
consider
video,
by liking
it has
and
never been
subscribing.
faster
We'll
or
make sure
cheaper
to
to
see you
build your
again next time.
software. I
Thank
mean,
you.
if you had an idea, you can
You will
whip
have
it
a
up
very
in just a few days.
It doesn't-
And if you
it
want to
doesn't-
change a
it
few things
doesn't
around,
matter.
it's super
It doesn't
easy to
matter.
tweak and add
Because
new
you will have a
features.
very
So it's really
valuable skill
interesting to
that
see that
people will-
not many people
that
are talking
that people
about
will
actually
pay.
building software.
people will
Even
pay
though
you.
most people
And-
on YouTube do these software
and
companies.
that
So
skill
in
is-
summary,
and that
making
skill
apps
is-
has become
and
cheaper,
that skill is to
faster,
just build
and way
software for
accessible
other
for anyone to
businesses.
make them.
But guys,
thanks to these no-code tools, and to be honest, you don't need a pile of cash or a college
and
computer
that skill
science
is-
degree to
and
get
that
started
skill
in
is to
software
just
anymore.
build- And that skill is just to build software for other businesses.
So right now we are inside Bubble, and there's three choices here that you could go ahead and choose. For the first one, we have the build option. We also have here the hire option, find someone to build my app for me, service starting at $200 per month. And we also have the earn here, make money by building apps for others, typically around $80+ per month. So let's just go ahead and click on build right here, and it will go ahead and take us to the second page. Let's just go ahead and choose the first one right here, not very comfortable. So right now we are inside step 1. You should go ahead and name your application. And for the second step, you could go ahead and edit your fonts. We have multiple choices right here that you could go ahead and choose from. Just go ahead and choose your preferred font. For the third step, you could go ahead and adjust your colors. I'm just not gonna bother with this, so I'm gonna go ahead and click next step. After that, we also have some plugins here that we could go ahead and use. For the first one, we have the API connector, which will go ahead and directly connects us to an API, which is very useful. We also have Stripe here. This uses Stripe to process payments, including transactions, delayed charges, subscriptions, and allowing users to charge each other. For example, we are making an app like Amazon. We can go ahead and use Stripe to take some transactions, to take some payments or more. We also have here the calendar. Add a calendar element to your application. Rich text editor, Facebook, Google Analytics. You could go ahead and use this if you want to. But to keep this video simple, I'm just gonna go ahead and skip this. Let's go ahead and click on Get Started Building. So let's talk about the sections right here. For the first one, the design. This is where we could go ahead and mainly design our application. For the second one, we have the workflow. You could go ahead and put your workflow right here. You could just go ahead and experiment of this. The workflow section will go ahead and make your workflow easier. We also have data right here if you want to go ahead and add some data in your applications. Right here we have the style. So you could go ahead and choose from any of these presets right here. You could go ahead and see the element type. For example, we have an alert element right here, and the name for that element is standard alert. You could go ahead and preview the presets right here, and just beside that, you could go ahead and adjust the preset based on your preferred style. We also have another example right here. The element is called button. We also have a checkbox right here, standard checkbox, and you could go ahead and see the preview right here. We also have a date/time picker. You could go ahead and adjust it also right here, and there's multiple elements that you could go ahead and choose from. For the next one, we have our plugins. As I've talked to earlier, you could add multiple plugins to your application. For example, if you want an API to your application, you could just go ahead and install it right here. Going back to design, you could go ahead and see the component library right here. So for example, if you want to add this template right here, I could just go ahead and do so by dragging it inside our template. We could go ahead and adjust it manually. For example, if I want to move this sign up button right here, I could just go ahead and click on it and I will drag it on where I want to place it. So right now we have our first template right here. To go ahead and add a new page, you could go ahead and see it right here. Just go ahead and click on it. We could go ahead and see the index settings right here, which is this page that we are seeing right now. Just go ahead and click add a new page. You could go ahead and name your page right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and name my number 2, and you could clone your page right here. And once you're ready, just go ahead and click on create. So going back to templates, I want my application to have its own sign up page. I'm just gonna go ahead and look for a sign up template right here. I like the third one the best, so what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna go ahead and drag it inside our template. After that, we now have this page right here that we could go ahead and fully customize. So right now, I just added this AI images to personalize my application. You could go ahead and adjust your text right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and double click on it. And as you can see, we have our text editor right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and change it to our application name. There is so much element that we could go ahead and choose. We have our text right here that you could go ahead and add. We have our buttons that people could go ahead and click. We have our icons, links, image, shape, alert. But regardless to say, you don't need to code anymore to make your own personalized application or website. You could just go ahead and use Bubble to make your workflow more easier. I want to emphasize this point. Bubble is a skill, and that will be relevant for the next decade. And I want to make it clear, the only way to get rich is becoming a skilled person. Even if your first software idea doesn't work out, it doesn't matter, because you will have a very valuable skill that people will pay you. And that skill is to just build software for other businesses. So guys, thank you for watching, and if this video has been helpful for you, please consider by liking and subscribing. I'll make sure to see you again next time. Thank you.